and welcome to another video for Auto Solutions Checkpoint. We're going to be working on a Suzuki Splash today and getting it ready for an MOT. And honestly, these wee cars are hateful and I'll need to drive this wee hateful car, but hey ho, at the end of the day that's what I'm here for, that's what I'm going to do, so I'm not going to whinge. What a hateful little car. I just have a feeling that me and this car are not going to get on. It was just an absolute palaver getting the legs underneath it and too much adjustments and that, too much faffing about. I'm not building up much hope for this car. Whether will it make it, will it stay on the road, or will I condemn it? Who knows? But keep watching and you'll find out. Right, so tyres are passable. Let's check the spring. Springs look alright. Drop legs look alright. Right buddy, how you doing? CV gears look okay. The ball joint looks alright. Discs look shady. Needs a tyre on the passenger side. That's a bit of a Schumacher. Seen worse though. Gear looks alright. Ball joint looks alright. Discs look horrendous. Right, so we're up in the air and I can actually see what I'm doing now. It's wet. What the hell? Right, so the base of the spring is fractured. The rest of it must have jumped out. Okay. Isn't that good? So to do this I'm needing to hammer a socket on because the socket is all chewed up by previous repair maybe. Right, so it's corrosion as well. Right, so I'm going to get this off, get this excuse for a spring out and get a new one put on. So we've got a nice new spring to put on it. Let's get that installed now. Now there's a little knack to getting these in, so you put your crack bar or whatever in here, you put a lever bar over the top of it, and what that does, it allows you to lever down on this so that you can set your spring in. I can't record and do this at the same time, so you kind of get the general idea. You put it down as far as you can with the bar and place in. Make sure it's seated properly all the way up. It looks so out of place, all nice and brand new on a really corroded looking vehicle. Absolutely honking. So we need to get the front wheels off it next and get a closer look at the discs and pads, but quite possibly, well, 110% I want to be changing them discs because I'm not happy with them. They'll be corroded inside the vents as well, and at the end of the day you're taking your life into your own hands, so they're getting changed, pads are getting changed. There's no point doing discs if you're going to use the crappy old pads. This thing's seen better days, by the way. If this makes it next year, honestly I'll be eating my words, but just gotta get on with it. At the end of the day it'll be ready for an MOT whenever I'm finished with it, but at the end of the day, just because your car passes its MOT today, as I keep telling you before, it could fail tomorrow, it could fail in 5 weeks, it could fail in 5 months, it could fail like 1 minute before the MOT expires, you know, this is the thing. Or it could be fine for next year, but I don't know, just looking at it, the condition of the car, I don't think it'll get through next year. But obviously if they want me to get it through next year, I can do the work on it, but I just hate people throwing money at vehicles, eh? Just really replace it, save up and replace it with another one. You know, considering what your bills would be every year, you'd be better off just getting wee disposable cars. Obviously this year is concerning me as well. So I'm doing it more vlog style today because I can't find the stand for the camera. So I've sprayed it with WD-40, sprayed this with WD-40. I'm just going to hit it with a wee wire brush, try and tidy it up a little bit. They don't actually look too bad. These here look so much better with a wee wire brush. Tidy them up. Go have a wee look in here. So another thing to check on these is the subframe. Subframe the bits that you can't see. Seems alright. This should be a bit of poke you can see over here as well. I would say that's pretty solid. So now we can see it a bit better. They are awful. Oofed. Yeah, I would definitely be replacing them. They're too dangerous. Just takes one heavy brake to get them down to nothing. They'll collapse and you'll be up the creek with a paddle, put it that way. They are too bad. Now the pads are actually alright, but the thing is, see with brake pads and discs, you're not going to use your old brake pads with your new discs because they'll end up like this. So they do need replaced, so I'm afraid I'll need discs and pads. So once you have removed your star head, there's one in here and one in here. Right, at the back you've got a 13mm and a 13mm at the top. So calipers off, just need to get the brake pads out. Round to the other side, caliper. Do your top and bottom 13mm. Them discs are definitely in darn need of getting replaced. You can even tell, see the thinness on the inner side compared to the thickness on the outer side. That's living life on the edge, so we've got to get them replaced. At the end of the day, the customer and their kids need to be safe, so that's how we want to roll. So this is a prime example of why you do not use your old brake pads with your new discs. All the grooves on these, they would just ruin your nice new discs. All scored. Awful. Absolutely awful. Some would say you would bed them in, but at the end of the day, do you really want to ruin nice new discs just for the sake of somebody being an arse and saying, oh, well, you can wear them down? I don't think so. You would just get it done right. No messing about. So we've got our disc comparison. They're exactly the same width as well. Also the new pads and the old pads, so you can tell the difference of how much wear the old pads have had. The way it goes down on a wee slope here. So it's definitely the best choice, putting a new set of pads on with your nice new discs. Then you have the peace of mind. Okay, get the new discs on. And then get the screws on. Okay, discs fitted. So here's a comparison. Your nice new discs in comparison with these. Look how thin these are. And see them vents inside that hold the two parts of the disc together, all corroded like that. See, if you brake heavy, that may bring the plates together and cause the piston to jump out of the caliper, and then you've got no brakes, nothing to protect you from crashing into somebody. So we just got to put the caliper cradles on now, and then get the discs, or get the pads and the calipers on. So caliper housing's on and pads are fitted, and you want to be checking your sliders, see if they're going back in and out. Perfect. You don't need to put anything on them because they're doing what they need to do. These have obviously been greased whenever some silly person kept them on and fitted new pads. So basically they've effectively put about 40 odd quid down the drain, ruining a set of pads as well. Voila! There's your dinner. Okay, so I've had a look in the tire collection to see if I've got this size. I do not. Closest I've got is 185/65 R15. And obviously you can get away with different tyres, but it needs to be on the same axle. So just say for instance you were to change the front to 185/65, it would need to be on the other side as well. You get what I'm saying? And it could be a different size at the back. As long as it's on the same axle, you can get away with the same. You can get away with the same tyre size. Okay, but obviously we're just going to get one tyre. Okay, so we've got to check the levels. Fill the washer jet bottle up, and the coolant. Absolutely bone dry. That is shocking, excuse my French. And I bet you it's running low on oil as well. Just go and get a cloth and we'll dip it. So this is what you need to take into consideration when you're running a vehicle. You need to make sure that these are topped up to the full level, right? And they're kept topped up as well to clear your windscreen, because even if you get stopped and you don't have water in that, it's a problem, because the police find a problem with this as well. And obviously this, if you're not keeping the coolant up, you don't care about your engine, so you need to make sure that the level is always on point, and it means the engine is getting the appropriate amount of water to cool the system, and obviously coolant as well. So we're going to check the oil now. Okay. So the oil is just below the level. Screen washer fluid is now full. Okay, so it now has the correct level of coolant in it now. Just going to put the lid on. Ticks over alright. That's about all it's got going for it. Get the brake fluid checked as well. That's sound. And obviously check the battery for any looseness. That all seems fine. Side lights. The main beam. fuel beam indicators. The tail lights are working fine. Left light, brake lights, all fine. Check your seat belts as well. So plug them in. As long as they're plugging into this okay, and the condition of them are fine, they're no frayed, and they do the pull test. So this here would be your brake test. Good reflex on it as well. All clipped in fine. The ones in the back, okay, all clipped in. One here, going up to the roof. Perfect. Now, obviously you've got a child seat here. It doesn't matter if the child seat's fixed in or just sitting there. The MOT tester is not allowed to touch it. Okay, so obviously take it out for the MOT and make sure he's able to get access to your seat belt, because otherwise he'll not be able to test that because the seat's in the way, and he'll mark this on the MOT. Okay, you just got to make sure everything is as it should. Make sure all the doors are opening and shutting. Okay, and obviously the front ones. That window sounds guff, but make sure that they're opening from the inside as well, so that's fine. Get this window up again. Oh no, windows dropped. How good. Again, check this here one. It's all opening from the inside and outside. The back ones doesn't matter because you've got child locks inside, but as long as the front ones are opening, just in case you have an accident or something, you're able to get out, or someone's able to get into you, as long as the outside ones are able to open as well. Okay, so you check your mirrors. Doesn't really matter about the rear view mirror, but mirrors are fine. See if there's any sharp object that would injure anybody. Okay, so check and see if the scooters are working. Wipers clearing as well. I would say the wipers are in decent condition, considering it was able to clear that without a problem. So you're checking the ends for fraying. That seems fine. No fraying whatsoever. So this handbrake would hit you in the chin. Lots of play on that. So I'm going to see if there's a wee adjuster. I think quite possibly the adjuster will be on the inside of these from memory, because I've been fortunate enough to work on one of these before. There was actually the Aguila, which is the Vauxhall equivalent, and it's exactly the same. Everything about it is the same, except the Vauxhall one's a lot more naff, because these here ones you can kind of live with, even though the seats look awful. The Aguila usually has the worst trim out of the both of them, so they win hands down. Okay, so to gain access to the handbrake, you just grab this bit, thumb at the back, fingers at the front, pull up. Okay, so this will allow you access in. You need to put the handbrake off, right, and also in behind here, just up towards the top, you can feel it a 10mm. Right, now you can get away with a long socket, like a long 10mm socket, to get into that, but my choice of poison today is a spanner. So that bit of rubber peels back, okay, and that allows you access into the 10mm. So obviously, looking at it, you're going right, okay, and tightening it up with your ratchet spanner or your ratchet, that'll tighten it up. But always check every so often, because you want to be getting maybe 3 to 4 clicks. Right, this has got quite a lot of clicks because the handbrake would hit you in the chin. That's quite a lot. So what you're wanting is 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5. I reckon 4. See if you go for 4 clicks, that should be you jamming. So just obviously be aware, have your wits about you when you're doing this here, but obviously over tightening can be a problem because you'll cause a bind at the back. Also, you can tighten it up perfect. It may snap, your cable may snap on the MOT test because you don't actually know the condition of your cable until it snaps, which is a bit annoying, but these things happen. So we're going to get this adjusted up and get the discs and pads on next on the front. Okay, so I've put this adjuster up as far as it will go. Won't go any further than that. The handbrake, I wouldn't say is no 4 clicks, it's about 6 clicks, which is really annoying. But obviously we'll get it produced in for an MOT. We'll do a hill check outside. If it works on the hill check, it'll be fine. If it isn't, I'll need to take the drums off in the back and adjust from in there as well. But I reckon if it passes the hill test, I'll just put it in for an MOT. So well, voila. Okay, so I also noticed whenever it was running earlier on that the engine management light was on. So hopefully it'll go out. Plug it in and see what's what. That's staying on. Okay, so on a Suzuki Splash or Vauxhall Aguila, the OBD 2 port is just below the steering wheel. So I'll just show you underneath here. That's me plugged in. I'm going to do a wee scan on the engine management. For some reason I had to bump the VIN number in manually, obviously for it to get a read. So we've got 4 problems on the engine control module. Just hopefully it'll be nothing major because the bill on this here already is quite high, I would imagine. I really like to save my customers money, so I'm keeping the bill as neat as I can. But obviously you can't control what is wrong with a vehicle, and these things need to be repaired to keep them on the road. But always like, see any jobs for MOTs, I always have like a cap at like £500, and then I would contact the customer and say to them, like, are you wanting to spend any more on this or what? But I've managed to keep it well below £500 already, so that's not a bad thing. It's November tomorrow, so it's a couple of months nearly from, well, it'll be just under a couple of months for Christmas. And obviously I know other people aren't my responsibility, but obviously I want to save them as much as I can, so they come back anytime they need anything done. That's my top priority, is keeping the customer happy. Okay, so that's it now done, it's full scan. I'm really intrigued by this. So it's got a code with the electronic power steering. We'll put that one up first, right? We want to see what it's saying. Engine speed signal. No idea. So O2 sensor. These are an absolute pain in my life. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to delete this. Obviously if it stays off enough for the MOT, and then I can just tell the customer, look, it needs a lambda sensor. So take it from there. So it's still coming up. Speed sensor. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to give it a restart. So if I can get it to stay off the MOT we're jamming, I'm just basically trying to get it booked in for an MOT. The closest date they've got is Thursday. Ideally I want it back to the customer for tomorrow, all the MOT and ready, so they don't have that long without their car. It's Monday today, but hey ho, the job was booked in last minute. I was actually supposed to be doing brakes on her daughter's Astra, but her daughter phoned me just to say, look, her mum's car's more of a priority, would you be able to book that in? It's a bit of an inconvenience for me because it kind of messes my time scale up for the next couple of days, but it's nothing I can't handle. Just it's nothing I can't handle. So I'll go get tyres. I've messaged the MOT centre just to see if there's any cancellation. Let me know as soon as possible, so that I can get this in and get it back to the customer, because it's not ideal. It's going to take up space in my yard till Thursday. The MOT is up at midnight tonight, so I would like to get it done obviously next day. But this is what this industry's like. We're busy. We can't just wave a magic wand and everything's all happy, everything's all peachy. Although there is people out there that are able to do that, obviously good mechanics are hard to find, and I wouldn't say I'm the best mechanic, but I do try. I always give it my heart and soul when I'm working on your car. And obviously if there's anything I cannot do, I always know somebody that can do it. So it's always good to have that kind of peace of mind. But aye, let's go and see if we can get a tyre for this heap of junk. Just hoping nobody sees me driving this thing. It's not very good for your street cred, I can tell you that. Suzuki Splash. No cash, no splash. Well, I would rather take the bus. I would rather walk. You know, I'd rather get a piggyback. I'd rather walk about the streets on somebody's back. But here, hey ho, I'm driving it. I just went ahead and got a brand new tyre. I went up to my friend's tyre place, but he was off. Nobody in, so I had to go. Went to a place called Fair Deal. I got this brand spanking new tyre for 40 quid. Obviously without fitting. So just fit it myself. Just a screw job. Get this on and get it up for an MOT. Hey guys, so it's D-Day, it's MOT day, and you're probably wondering why I've got my hood up. I'm just driving through my local town. I don't want anybody seeing me driving this thing. This is hideous, like. But aye, wish me luck. I do feel like I'll need it. Because this thing's an absolute banger. I got it through. I've changed all the bits and pieces that I can think of that'll fail an MOT. So fingers crossed we can get this passing for another year for the customer. Now the only downside when I went to get into it and start it, engine management light, shocker Rooney, it's back on. But it proved to me yesterday that by putting the engine management light off, it stays off for the remainder. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to switch it off just before I win for the test, because I really feel that the bill for this customer is high enough, just with Christmas and that coming up. It's only came back as a lambda sensor, so it's nothing major. But yeah, wish me luck, guys. I feel like I'll need it because I just don't have any faith in this wee car at all. I just really don't like it, and it was just a bit annoying that I've had to keep it down at the yard for a couple of days till I can actually get slotted in for an MOT. It was just a bit annoying having this, checking the CCTV every day and seeing it there. It's not good, and plus having to drive it as well, it's not good for our reputation. But hey ho, I work on bangers and all, that's what I'm here for. It just doesn't stop me from having a dislike for this vehicle. It's had more hits than the Beatles, and the Beatles have had a lot of hits. So that's me out in the motorway, I can put my hood down. That's me out of stealth mode. Yeah, well obviously because I couldn't get a booking so soon, because this was booked in last minute, the MOT lapsed yesterday, so I'm just winging it across to the MOT centre a day out of MOT. So it's not the worst crime in the world. Honestly, I feel like the engine is screaming. You know, because I mistakenly went from 5th to 4th when I was driving along thinking I was in like a lower gear. But it just turns out it's a really high revving vehicle. It's got near enough 89,000 miles on the clock. Like, don't get me wrong, it does what it needs to do. It's a car to get you by, it's a car to get you from A to B. But as far as safety is concerned and that, I just don't think it has much going for it. It's a very piddly car. And the bit that was surprising, it's got 15-inch wheels. I would say it would be alright on the fuel consumption, but would it not be better with like 13-inch tyres? The fuel consumption will be a wee bit better with smaller tyres. You know, I think it's a bit overkill having 15-inch wheels on this. Right, if you are thinking about buying one of these, I don't know. I know that they do suffer with electrical problems, as far as ECUs are concerned, the mobilisers are concerned, but it's just basically what you want out of a vehicle, you know, rather than how it looks. But I think the car is so ugly, it's so boring, I'm just being honest here, guys. Very tinny. There's no benefits to it apart from maybe fuel consumption. You know, the boot space, you can put a box of cigarettes in the back and maybe a can of petrol. You know, you can maybe throw in a match as well. But hey, no, that's just cool. But anyway, I'll let you know how I get on with the MOT because I'm just gathering away here. Alright guys, good news, it passed. Yeah! Advisories on the bottom arms at the front, but got a good clean bill of health for another year. So hopefully the car lasts a year, and then the customer will be jamming. Because it's a positive outcome to a very hideous car. It just goes to show that wee rough vehicle, which kind of surprised me. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Just hit the like and subscribe button if you did, that'd be greatly appreciated. But yeah, hopefully you like the videos. If you've got any suggestions, please message me. I'd like to hear some feedback to see what I'm doing. But anyway, you guys take care, and I'll see you in the next video. 1010 over and out.